Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So, I want to give you here an update on the S&P 500 index, ticker SPX. I also show you here some other stocks where we talk about the technical situation. Everything what I say here is not financial advice. This is my opinion based on the chart, but it looks like, guys, that we start to see here the bear market coming. Yeah, that could last here a couple of weeks and months, but as I said, I let you know all the price information here and the chart signals. And yeah, let's start with the S&P 500 index, guys. First of all, when we just have a quick look at the indicators here, we have been now here an oversold RSI ultimate indicator, guys. This is not the TradingView RSI. This is my own RSI indicator. If you want to get here my indicators, guys, everything what I show here in my videos are available in the video description. And we can see that we had here three oversold situations on this RSI Ultimate indicator. The first one was in August 2025 for the S&P 500. The second one was in October 2025. And now we are back here in November again, guys. The difference is that we had support here on these EMA lines. So especially the purple EMA line is a very strong support for any stock or crypto asset in the market, and we can see that the S&P 500 recovered from this, and we trading now below that. We have now here two attempts to hold the support. There was already here one shakeout beginning of November. We recovered by that, and as you can see, even the price tried to recover here. The RSI is losing strength as well. So what could happen now, guys? And this is also what we have seen yesterday in the market, that the market had some small rebounds. Yeah, we had some stocks which had 10, 20, 30% plus. Also here, one of my swing trade tickers on Patreon squeezed 120%. So we see some technical reactions in the market. By the way, guys, I posted that ticker here by the end of October, and then here at the beginning mid of November, we started to see here a 121% squeeze. Also, I mentioned here to my members where I expect the shakeout to happen. There was a fifth shakeout level, and you can see this is everything based on technicals. This is the good news, guys. Of course, we have a lot of opportunities to go short, but also for everybody who want to trade some long tickers or the long plays, guys, I have a lot of stocks available on Patreon. We have a huge community here. If you want to join us, feel free, guys. I also have trading tutorials available, member FAQ section. You know, you can profit here from a lot of content. If you want to learn about trading, the link patreon.com/blackbelttrader is available as well here in the video description. Yo, guys, so what happens now if we don't bounce back after this shakeout here for the S&P 500? If this is just a fake out, yeah, let's compare this with the situation which we had here in August 2025. We also gapped down below the white EMA line here, but still traded above the purple EMA line, which is usually a very strong support, especially when a stock or asset is in an uptrend. We had a gap down here and we recovered really quick from that. The situation was, guys, that we had just here 1 week below that white trend line, or the white EMA line here, sorry, and you can see that we immediately start to recover here. Now the situation is that we already have 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks below the white EMA line and already 1 week below the purple EMA line. So there is still a chance that we recover from that, right? And that this bull run, which we have now here since almost 2023, is still continuing. But it looks like, guys, that the bear market is initiated. I mentioned that already here in my September videos, that this is, in my opinion, the market peak. I thought the peak is here, to be honest, guys. Yeah, by the mid-end of September. We came even a little bit higher, but that does not mean that they start to initiate a bear market and start to take profits here. And we have to check that here by some other assets in the market. For example, Amazon. Yeah, guys, you can see that Amazon had already here a bear alert signal on the RSI Ultimate indicator. The same here. This is here the last point of support, $215 US. If we break that support, guys, we will come lower below $200 here. $194 is an open gap in the weekly chart, which you can see here by the Gap Indicator Pro, also available in the video description. And then the next support level, which we have here. I don't show you now all my drawings. That would be too much for one video, but this is what we can just see here on the indicators. EMA line indicator is showing a potential support at $175 US. When we check, for example, Microsoft, guys, same here. We had already the bear attack signal in July. Hold the support here on this white EMA line, and you can see that we test now here the last point of support before we could go much lower than that. This is a double top pattern here, guys. Very bearish pattern. bear attack signal here on the RSI Ultimate, that was the time to take profits. Since then, Microsoft could not continue to make higher highs, so I really take care about these signals. That's why I developed these indicators by myself. Same for NVIDIA, guys. NVIDIA had already here some very bearish signals. We came higher, and you can see we still fighting here about the support. So the week is not over yet, so we maybe stay above this support here. 182 US dollar is the potential support. If we break that support, guys, NVIDIA will drop to $156 or even lower, depend on how long the bear market will last and how violent they will sell off some positions. Then let's check Palantir, for example, guys. It's everywhere the same picture. Bear alert signal. We try to break now here the support. You can see April shakeout, and we always had the support here on the white EMA line. That's why I say the week is not over yet. This is a weekly candle chart, guys, but yeah, it looks like that the bears are ready to sell off here some positions. And by the way, guys, same for Bitcoin. This is my special crypto EMA line indicator. This is different to the usual EMA line indicator. And you can see that Bitcoin as well tries or starts to lose the support, guys. And also Bitcoin can drop much, much lower if the bear market will continue. But the same here, guys. We have now the oversold situation. So we could see a market bounce back. That is not guarantee and not financial advice. Let's check that now in detail. What does that mean for the S&P 500? By the way, guys, I also released here some special member updates on the S&P 500 on Patreon. So as I said, there is a lot of content waiting if you want to join us. Yeah, in my opinion, guys, this is how I see the chart for the S&P 500. I think that everything here in this red trend channel box here in the red box in this ascending trend channel is bearish. The market makers usually start to sell off their positions here. Is it possible that we still see here a December rally with a market squeeze? Yes, guys, it's technically possible. Do I expect that? No, guys. I think that the market makers start to sell off their positions. There will be, release some kind of news why the market is crashing. I don't know, maybe something with war or whatsoever, or maybe we get the next pandemic. Whoever knows that, guys. They will find some reasons why the market is crashing, but we can already see that the crash, in my opinion, has already been here initiated. And that's why I think when we also check here the weekly chart again, guys, for a second for the S&P 500. Yeah, my price target here for a market crash, market correction would mean that we somewhere come here in this range. I think 6,100, guys, here. The top has been here. Then we had our April shakeout. This could be some support. If we just talk about a normal market correction, yeah, maybe the S&P will drop to 6,100 here in that range. I think here in that range could be the support. But if we talk about a real market crash, guys, a bear market, the news will call it a market crash, then I think, guys, 5,700 to even 5,400 here in that range is the price target which I expect to happen. That will, of course, last some weeks and months. A bear market can easily last 10 months, guys. Yeah, so when we assume that here in October the top has been in, then we could see a bear market until maybe August, September 2026. It's not to scare you, guys. This is a good opportunity here to go short on a lot of overhyped stocks. I also have some stocks on Patreon where I show how to short them. So that's why I say this is an opportunity in both directions, and you should really consider that, guys. So to buy here at these price levels, at least what I see here in the chart, is very dangerous. I would not open long positions here for big tech stocks, but to go short, guys, is an opportunity. And if we just see what happened or could happen here, when this is maybe the potential support zone where the market recovers and starts to go higher, then that would still mean here on this index a price drop of around 6% to maybe 8%. The last drop which we had here, the fake out in April, in total has been around more than 20%. And this is what usually happens when we see here the pandemic shakeout. Let's go back to the Corona pandemic shakeout. That was this drop here. That was a massive drop. And we also, guys, had here this open. I hope you can see that in the chart. You see the orange line here. We had this open down gap in the weekly chart. That's why the gap indicator pro is so helpful. We closed that gap and immediately start to recover. I will show you that in a second for our actual situation. But for the Corona pandemic, the shakeout was even 35%, or the market crash, let's call it like that. That was, of course, a massive correction. And we have here, guys, this significant open down gap in the weekly chart. where I have honestly no doubts that we fill sooner or later this open down gap. That's why I think, yes, there is a potential that we recover from here, but sooner or later, the S&P 500 will go back to 5,700 points or even lower here in favor or in case of a bear market, aka market crash. My friends, that was my update for you. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more S&P 500 videos or general videos about the market situation. Then please bring this video here above 300 likes. This is my indicator that helps me to measure which kind of content you want to see and which content you don't want to see, because I'm doing this for you guys. I don't care what video I do. I like, to make these kind of videos, but in the best case, I do videos which you want to see, and you can help me to find out which content you like to see by pushing this video here above 300 likes. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate your loyal support. I wish you all the best and see you in the next video. Arigatou gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.